Yo. We have begin with our conquest of Sumeru. Let's begin with a further ado. Let's just begin. Is there any further ado? Yeah. What were we doing last time? I remember, Sana. We tried to meet Nilu. Yeah, here she is. Even though I
Sorry
already
I'm late,
met-
Milu.
Yeah.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Yeah.
Not completely.
Uh,
Oh. And who are these two?
Travel and
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yeah.
So you're followers from another land?
Truthfully, no.
Oh, really? Well, that's okay. You're still invited to the Sub-Zerus festival.
Now I feel bad doing that.
By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
No problem.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Let's see.
Not bad.
Oh yeah, this one.
Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick.
Damn.
We
How old it
reported it
was?
to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Okay, why don't anyone came to handle it? Racism, bro.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
Yeah, he was. Wow. What did I say?
The academia looks down on performers like us. They
Damn.
probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely.
Wow. What is it we call this?
We can't let that happen, though.
Stage?
Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zerus festival anymore.
I don't think they care about that
Thank
much.
the Tendra Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover.
Wow.
The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
Yeah.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Yeah, I really hope we get to see Nilu dance in this.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She's a dancer, Paimon.
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zerus, the most important performance at the Sub-Zerus festival.
If I remember correctly, isn't it a dance done by Goddess of Flower, who we theorized to be the Goddess of Life? I mean, it's a theory that Goddess of Flowers actually is a Goddess of Life, but it's a theory. Isn't it?
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be.
We finally
According
learn
to
about.
legend, the Sub-Zerus festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord.
Yeah. I'm right. There's also a theory going on that the Goddess of Flowers actually the Goddess of Life from the fourth side of Primordial 1. But it's just a theory. Don't take it seriously.
A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing
20, man.
music,
Sorry,
and the
just
Greater
never
Lord
mind.
started singing. So the Goddess of Flowers began to dance.
Well, some of the gods get drunk. Why do I remember Venti of Serena? I have a feeling it was Venti.
As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful padisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those
Yeah, I know.
brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
Yeah, as I said, in Goddess of Flowers, Blood, Kate is water, life. This is why it was Chori considered she might be goddess of life, one of the four at the Kingdom, because she was able to create life with her blood. She was create life, water force is everything. This is why there was a theory about her being a goddess of life. But it's just a theory. Just sounds like somewhat bitter story.
Huh? Really? Oh, you probably mean because all the gods in this story are no longer alive.
Pretty sure they died in the Archon.
Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the goddess of flowers looked.
I hope Goddess Flower look like Elsa from Honkai Impact Hard. Because in one of the invitation GCC card there was Goddess of Flower image and she has pink hair with Alfear. So I hope she is going to be Elsa in Genshin, like a variant of her. Goddess of Flower. But it's just my wishful thinking, I don't know.
Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Milu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered Padisaras around the stage.
Yeah,
They symbolize the goddess of flowers, after all.
I see.
It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah, they were created by her, right? Her blood.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
To be honest, if the Genshin anime ever came out, like the anime they announced, I don't know when, 2 or 3 years ago, when it came out, please, they had to do with this some storyline. I mean, just like Rukadoaga and Goddess Flower, they had to do their story in that anime. It's going to be so amazing. That's so tragic story this year.
Thinking about the goddess of flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it.
Yeah,
If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real Padisaras on the stage. So, Traveler in Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sabzeruz festival? Will you
just
two
say
be
there will
coming?
be food and Paimon will came. Just say there is a food and Paimon will came.
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Is it me or just Jim is sound tired?
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea.
You're sure it's not because you want to confirm? You're sure you're not because...
Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusanelli's birthday. She'll be happy to have more people who are celebrating it.
Yeah, that is true.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zerus festival together?
Sound like a plan.
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler in Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area.
Okay.
Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sabzeruz festival.
Yeah, me too.
In
I
that
know what's
case,
going to
let's
happen,
take a
but
look
still.
around.
Did I do talk about the NPC? Let's see.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an Outlander?
Yeah, it's the first time anyone ever called ever that.
Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to
When?
happen? There'll be
No.
loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
Oh.
Dancing at the Sub-Zero's festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger.
Okay, Grandma, it's time for your medicine.
As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukadavata is a beloved deity and honored
Yeah.
by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the goddess of flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she
That
would
is- I can see
certainly
it.
have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too.
100% agree with this one.
The Sub-Zeru's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
Yes, sir. Hello,
Huh.
Eddie.
Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of.
So just like I said, fuck the
And
academia.
the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and... I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
Okay, dear, no need to hide it. You all know. You love makeup.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be
Okay.
fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
Yeah. It also have to say something. There's one more. Where is it?
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
Yeah.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Did you say?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too?
yeah.
I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off this crown. Would you like to try it on?
I'm not gonna lie. Creating props and costumes is pretty hard. I once tried, but I don't talk about that experience. It's actually pretty hard, so I have respect for the guy.
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that.
Yes.
Dunyazad, you look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the goddess of flowers herself.
She doesn't even. Let's just imagine she wearing it.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine.
Catelyn! Wait, out of her box! How?
Hello there.
Catelyn, out of her box! How?
Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is
Yeah.
the first time we've ever seen her taking a break.
I wonder how Sandora take a bath.
Hey, Catherine!
Yeah.
Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssos.
I can understand Paimon. So, will I get Primogen?
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day.
Oh, the fun day.
But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Is this really Caitlin?
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yeah, that's the entire point of goal of this game.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Yeah, pretty true.
Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
Are you also a fan of I'm not...
No,
sorry.
not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies.
Is it really Caitlin now? The music is... I forgot.
Oh,
How good some music is.
it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the
Thank you
people
for
here.
giving me Primus every
You've
day.
already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
The music... Sometimes just I want to just sit here and listen to this music.
There's
It's really
something
good.
really different about Catherine today.
Yeah.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Dia, what's going on?
I've
Yeah.
got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are
And
you
what is it?
serious? We'd love that.
It
was
might
it,
not
Annie?
necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
What about you?
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia.
Oh, here.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
Yeah.
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
work for whoever's paying.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Yeah. That's the plus if I ever see one.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord.
Okay, and who is it?
Oh, hey, Chief.
Ah. Wait, isn't it the guy we asked in the beginning?
Ah, Dia! What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
Yeah.
I take it you all know each other already?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Ozfon for more info.
No kidding. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
What?
Rookshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses. So
Why?
people from all over have been called back to the city.
Why?
Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell them what we know.
Appreciate it,
Okay.
Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
Wow.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill
Okay.
you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back.
I think. Let me just.
The
continue.
Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously.
That also.
Not only did he dispatch
Answered.
the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
Okay.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the
Yeah.
largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Okay.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you,
No,
though.
that is pretty fun. I think we find.
If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Yeah.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
Yeah.
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family.
So basically, if you're not a student from academia, what is going to happen to you?
And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
King Deshret.
You bet they are. King Deshret's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
I know King Deshret lore, and I'm not gonna lie. King Deshret's story and lore is one of the best lore in this game. And I feel bad for the guy.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Tia! And you too, Osfond! Since
Yeah.
we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss
Yeah.
Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
Don't worry, we won't
Good.
forget.
Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I visited the Citadel of Regzar. I'll catch up with Chief for a bit before I head back myself. He really did a lot for me in the past. Remember, to get to Port Ormos, just follow the river south from Sumeru City's port. Just be sure to take care of yourselves out there. We'll meet again at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
Okay. Yeah, it got almost.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
Wow.
You've got a deal.
Yeah,
I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Sumeru can remember of my home. It's something similar.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary
Yeah,
groups are
definitely gonna be
nearly in
my own.
open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds.
Pretty sure.
Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on.
Yeah.
Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos.
It's because students are here doing illegal research by Mon.
Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item?
Figure out the students.
Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you too?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the Academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Yeah.
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little.
Yeah.
Many people often talk about how hard
Wow.
it is to get accepted into the Academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the Academia have it even harder.
What do you... Oh. Well, typical education...
Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the Academia.
Yeah.
You see over there? Those are students from the Academia.
Maybe even
They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago.
Did they fail in tests?
If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
The student discussion is this. Did she hear you? It is scared. That the shit. I told you to give me the answer sheet. Why didn't you give me? This is what student talking about. Pretty sure.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshred and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
The fact Al-Akman is actually the name of King Destruct, another one of the name.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the Academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that
Wow.
Ain al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 mora, they'll give you info on anything.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
Idiots.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that?
Whatever was stolen from the academy was related to knowledge.
So, what's our plan?
That's good.
Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora! Have you lost your mind?
Paimon, we can always sell you for money. That information is worth the price.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, they won't escape
never
if it
thought
turned
you'd
out to
be
be scam.
parting with that kind of mora. But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot.
The music. Let's go. You sit down and wait for some time.
Oh, you've arrived. Please take a seat.
Okay.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of mora this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
Wow.
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
Yeah, bro, if it is. Are they idiots? Who would talk in tavern in such a loud voice in tavern, all the kind of thing? In some place restaurant. You just seriously go and talk all kind of information like this in some place you eat or somewhere. Damn, these people really like this? If I were them, I won't talk something like this in doing tavern or some in restaurant. I just quiet place and talk.
Huh. All these guys talk about is King Deshret, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Yeah, definitely, Baba.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Wow. Me after completing the 3.2 story quest, what's guy? Look at a trader?
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
Yeah. Yes, I talked to you, my boy.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
I'm a student from...
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
I'm looking for the info boss.
Well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
I know I should be handing this. Let's pass this.
What is this? Some kind of joke?
Joke.
Sorry, he must have grabbed the wrong amount. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
It was funny. Yeah, and if I want to know.
Paimon can't stand to see so much more ago.
Paimon, don't you dare do anything stupid.
Right now.
Paimon, don't you dare do anything stupid.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Well, what are you waiting for?
I just have one more question.
That's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're...
Wow, Paimon. Wow, Paimon. Wow.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info.
Yeah.
As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Deshret.
Yeah.
Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru.
That is true. I wonder where he get all this technology.
King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
Technically, that wasn't the case, but I'm not going to spoil for you.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies.
Yeah, that is true. How Academia treat Eremites is it you're going to learn in later Archon quest.
Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection.
I wonder if he ever come back or not. Like, I'd be pretty happy if Destiny actually came, because it's pretty good. It has a pretty great story. And pretty...
Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Oh, here it comes! Here it comes, my boy! My boy, here it comes!
You again? Deranged Academia lunatic.
Yes,
yeah,
it's me
my
again.
boy.
I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you.
Yeah. Here it
Listen to
came.
me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there.
Damn.
This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory.
So
Once you
basically
show
they are
up,
fraud.
they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the Mora you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Wow.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms.
The music
But
also
that was
isn't-
then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I hate him looking beautiful as always.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the Academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
Bro, look at him. Look at
If
his,
you're
look at
suggesting
him.
that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Tevat.
Damn. Archon was in Australia. Bro, look at him. You are nothing compared to him.
If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals.
Yeah.
I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else.
Wow.
I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone.
Damn, the smart as always.
Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
Wow.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Not pretty sure he
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Okay. Don't worry.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Yeah.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Mr. Iman, there appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well,
you're busted, dude.
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Bro, item. You think you're smart? Item just 5 steps ahead of you. Always. He always had backup plan. First backup plan.
Did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Amorites running too. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions.
Yeah.
He went that way! After him!
So are we going after him? Yeah.
Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Oh, the end of it. Thank you for
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future.
Don't worry, we will be fine. If they come back again, I'm just gonna kick their ass.
All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about!
Yeah.
Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
I know a thing or two about Saturday. Perhaps we can talk to Tom also.
Oh, yeah! He's really strong. Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Oh, are you sure about it? Broken.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that.
Come on.
Those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
I'm pretty sure he will be fine alone. I have to say, I hate him. Design is pretty fabulous. I have to say this. It's pretty good design. I say this.
All right. I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
Okay.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and you didn't even know what it was?
Well...
Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
Seems like some kind of
You know
knowledge.
almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before.
Yeah.
This is what you've been looking for.
A knowledge capsule.
Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament?
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha.
Wow.
Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents.
Anyone?
Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
Basically, illegal knowledge.
That's amazing.
It's
I want
essentially a
to-
convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use.
It's because if they don't, they also corrupted the mind of
But
people.
despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students. Well, I think that about sums it up.
I heard that Academia lost something recently.
So that's your true objective.
Yeah, I want
With
to
our
know.
current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer.
Yes, we can negotiate.
You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
Okay. Or we are going to continue this in the next video. If you like the stories about to get interesting, and we're going to continue